everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to go through my picks for the ultimate drugstore starter kit. So as you guys know, recently I uploaded a video of my ultimate luxury starter kit, and I will link that video up here in the corner if you guys did not see that. Really good video, kind of went through all of my luxury products and basically told you these are the products out of all of my luxury that I absolutely love. And I know that there's so many products out on the market, drugstore and luxury, so it's nice to kind of narrow that list down to just a few items out the gate, you know? And if any of you guys are interested in starting to buy more drugstore, these are the products that I love, I've used many times, and I highly recommend. Before I get into the video, I want to send all of my love to the nurses and doctors who are working so hard to serve their community and all around the world. I saw some images the other day on Instagram of some nurses and doctors in Italy where they actually had marks on their face from wearing the mask so long. And it was absolutely heartbreaking, but also so inspiring to see people give everything they have to complete strangers just to try to do everything they possibly can to save someone's life. There's a lot of people around the world suffering right now, and I just want to give you my love and let you guys know that we are all in this together, and I want to do videos that are just going to be happy and kind of take your mind away from all of the chaos that's going on around us. So I may not talk about the crisis that we're going through in every video, but I want you to truly know from the bottom of my heart that I have the utmost respect for all of you out there who are serving your community in any way, from the nurses, the doctors, the police, the fire, even the 911 call centers. They can't go home. People who have to work in the drugstores, people who have to work in the grocery stores to provide groceries for their communities, the people that are working at the bank. I mean, there are so many people out there that can't stay home. They're risking their lives every single day they leave the house just so that they can serve their community in some way. So if you are somebody that has a job that requires you to leave the sanctuary of your home, I want to share my love with you and thank you for serving your community. It really, truly makes a difference. And to all of you out there who are stuck home, we're gonna get through this together. We are going to come together and we are going to get through this together. I just wanted to make that clear before I get into this video. My heart goes out to all of you, and I thank you for taking care of our communities. Okay, so in the video, I am actually collaborating with a friend of mine. Her name is Glam Girl Chelsea. She and I were supposed to do this collaboration last week, and then you guys know, I had a death in the family, so I had to kind of put the skids on filming for a couple days, and so she was so patient and waiting. She just started her channel recently, and I love her, okay? I absolutely love Glam Girl Chelsea. She does such great, thorough reviews, and she just has this overall spirit, such the sweet tone in her voice, and I am so excited to introduce you all to her channel. She's got a small little growing channel, but she's growing quite quickly. Like, it seems like every time I go on her channel, she's grown, and it's crazy to watch. It's amazing to watch her grow so quickly, and I'm so proud of her, and I absolutely love her, and I was so excited to share her with you all. So she's actually going to do her own version of this. You guys know that I mostly review a lot of more luxury products, but I have been doing a lot of testing on drugstore products, and I have found some amazing products along the way, and I'm so excited to share them with you because these are good products, and I think some of these are even better than some of the luxury products that I have. So let's go ahead and jump straight into this. I'm super excited. So let's start with the skin, obviously, first. I'm gonna start with like primers and jump into the foundations. I have so much here that I wanna get through it. So I have two primers here that I have tried from the drugstore that I actually really like. And today I actually used this one. This one is from Honest Beauty. This is called the Everything Primer. It's a matte prep and prime. I normally just apply that right here in the center of my face just to try to keep the shine down, especially when I'm wearing a dewier foundation. So even though I am dry, normal skin, And most of the time I use my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base, which gives me a lot of hydration. I like to go in these areas and give me something that will kind of blur and mattify that, especially if I'm going to wear a dewier foundation, because I need the hydration from the dewier foundation, but I don't want to look like a grease ball. You know what I'm saying? So this actually works really good for dry, normal skin. Now, I can't say that it's going to work and make you matte. If you are oily skin, I don't know how this is going to work for you because I don't have oily skin. But for me being dry, normal skin, this works really well to kind of calm down that shine in that T-zone area. This is a nice brand that's clean from the drugstore. So wanted to mention that one. And then also for those of you who are really dry skinned and maybe you like to wear a hydrating primer, maybe you wear more of like a soft matte or a matte foundation, but you're looking for something to give you hydration underneath that foundation. This is fantastic. So this is from L'Oreal. This is the Infallible Glow Lock. I've used this several times and it's very lightweight, very easy to wear. It has a nice little squeezy tube. The thing that I like about this is I can control how much comes out. Like if it has a pump, sometimes the pump won't let you have like half pumps, if that makes sense. So I love the packaging on this because I can control how much comes out. It does give the skin nice hydration underneath, but it settles in a very soft way. So the foundation that I'm wearing right now, so some people love this foundation and some people don't. And let me explain why people don't like this, because this is very important. The fifth ingredient in this foundation is alcohol. So keep that in mind when you are buying this. There's a lot of foundations on the market that, you know, the fifth ingredient is alcohol, but there's a lot of people out there that are sensitive to alcohol. So I have dry skin. This has not affected my skin at all. In fact, this is a very, very, very hydrating formula. But I will say, if you have any irritability towards alcohol, I would not touch this at all for those that have really dry skin. The problem is people say, well, if you have really dry skin, why would you want to be putting alcohol on your face? I can't tell you that. I'm not an ingredients expert. I'm not a skincare expert, okay? I am just going to tell you that there is alcohol in this. It's the fifth ingredient. Take that and, you know, maybe do your own research on the effects of alcohol on dry skin, so that you guys can make an educated decision when buying this foundation. If you decide to buy a foundation, there's a lot of foundations out on the market that alcohol is the fifth ingredient. But personally, I love this foundation. It's become one of my new favorites as far as from the drugstore. It has fabulous coverage. It's really beautiful. It's natural looking and it lasts me all day long and I love it. I absolutely love it. I can't say that I don't love it, because I do. But do your research, you guys, when it comes to the alcohol content in this. Do your research and then make your decision if this is something that you want to purchase. The next foundation, of course, is also from L'Oreal. This is the Infallible Fresh Wear. Fantastic foundation. If you are looking, now some people don't like this foundation and I hear ya. There's a lot of people that love it, but there are some people that don't love it. For me, I love this foundation most when I blend it out with my fingers, which keeps me from using it because I don't really like to apply foundation with my hands. It kind of freaks me out. I don't like the texture of it on my fingers. I just don't. And I also don't like touching my face with my hands that much. It just kind of bugs me. Like blending in a concealer is one thing, but like putting my hands all over my face, I'm just not into it. I don't know why, I just don't like it. So blending this out with my fingers has been my favorite way to apply this. However, this is a beautiful foundation and it does last for me a really, really long time. My preferred, if I don't apply it with my hands, which is my preferred way, I feel like it just melts into my skin a little bit better with my hands. That's the reason why I like my hands. But I prefer using a stiffer brush and kind of build it up and buff it into the skin, and then obviously smoothing it out and kind of pressing it into the skin with a sponge. But such a beautiful foundation. It just really is. Okay, the other one is the Born to Glow from NYX. Okay, if you do not want to buy this one from L'Oreal because of the alcohol content, I love this one from NYX. This is a beautiful foundation. I have it in like 2 different shades. I have it in Golden Honey and Classic Tan. Love this foundation. Now I do have the concealer. I bought it a while back and just have not had a chance to review it, but I will be reviewing it because, you know, I'm not buying any new makeup now. So I'm going to catch up on all the things that I've been wanting to review and just haven't had a chance to. But beautiful foundation. It does give you that extra glow. So this is definitely one that I do have to set, kind of similar to this. Lasts a long time, looks really beautiful, looks beautiful on dry normal skin. Don't know that I'd recommend it for combo and oily. Combo maybe, but definitely not oily, because you guys have your own natural glow. You don't need to add to it. But beautiful, beautiful, beautiful foundation. This is my holy grail from the drugstore right here. This is the Makeup Revolution Stick Foundation. I've talked about this for a very long time on my channel. Love this foundation. I wear it in F10. Love it. Now, I do not recommend it for anybody that's combo and oily because it's kind of dewy. It's a dewier little deal. But this is probably the most natural foundation I have in my collection from the drugstore. It blends so beautifully into my skin that I don't even feel like I have anything on. This is the foundation that I reach for when I'm gonna take a quick trip to the grocery store and I don't want to put a full face of makeup on and I just kind of want to even out my texture and have my skin look its best. I love this stick foundation. It's so cheap and so pretty, but definitely for only dry normal. Combo, I just don't think you're gonna like this if you're combo. I think it might be a little bit too dewy. Other one that I love, 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 love is this one from Collab Beauty. This is called the Bright Spark Radiant Foundation. They also have a matte formula. I've never tried the matte formula, but this is beautiful. Now, this is a little bit more of an olive tone versus a warm. I have it in the shade Tan, and this one, because it's so olive, it's a little bit more green on me, but then it really blends in and kind of becomes my skin. It just takes a minute. So I have to wear a really warm bronzer with this to kind of, you know, balance out the green. If you guys have not heard me talk about the Collab Beauty Foundation, I will leave my review of it right up here in the iCards. It's a fabulous, fabulous foundation and I love it. It's just beautiful. I am going to talk about two concealers. I have recently discovered this concealer and it is my new favorite. I cannot stop wearing it. This one is the sister to the Age Perfect from L'Oreal. So this is called the L'Oreal Age Perfect Radiant Concealer. It is beautiful and so natural underneath my eyes. It gives me a nice medium coverage and it looks so natural over my wrinkles and I love it. Now, the only thing that I would say is I don't think you're going to get coverage for like, I start losing coverage probably around the 8-hour mark with this one, but it fades off in a very natural way. I think I'm going to really, really love this during the summer when I want just a little bit of something on. Such a fabulous concealer, you guys. Oh my gosh, one of my new absolute favorites. The other concealer that reminds me of, in my opinion, this from Collab Beauty is exactly like the Jeffree Star formula. I cannot believe it, but this is a beautiful natural concealer. It's a thicker formula. Okay, so for example, the one from Age Perfect, the one from L'Oreal, the Age Perfect, it's a thinner formula. So, you know, you can apply a little bit more if you need to because it's such a thin formula and it kind of blends right in. So this one from L'Oreal, I swear, is like so similar to this new one from Dior. It has the same texture as far as, it's not a very thick type of formula. So this is the one from Collab and it's just a little bit thicker. As you can see, it starts to kind of blend out, but it's a little bit thicker of a texture. So I would say it's a little bit more like fuller coverage than say the Age Perfect. I would say fuller coverage with the Collab. This one's like a medium coverage, both really good concealers. Let's move on to bronzers. I have a lot here. Okay, I cannot find my butter bronzer from Physicians Formula, but we all know that the butter bronzer is bomb. I don't know what happened to it. I just have no idea. Things in my makeup room somehow, some way, always find legs and walk away. I don't know how the hell it happens, but it just does. And I love the way they smell. Daggum. Hold on. Hold on. I need the smell. I need something to remind me of the beach and hold on. Give me a minute.
5 minutes later.
Oh, damn, that smells good.
2,000 years later.
I need to be taken away to the beach. Oh my gosh. Okay, anyways, I'm back. Ooh, I got lost in La La Land there for a second. Y'all know that the butter bronzer, bomb. The other bronzer that I love, 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 love is this one from Milani. If you're on a budget and you've always wanted to buy the Hourglass bronzer that you guys know that I absolutely love, this is it. Like, if you cannot buy that Hourglass formula, this is probably the closest that you're gonna get to that formula. No, don't get me wrong, Hourglass is bomb, but this is fantastic. So I have this one in the shade 04 Glow, and it is so beautiful and it blends so beautifully on the skin. Love it. Like, I love this bronzer. Love it, love it, love it. So good. Milani did a great job on this. Now, you guys know I love my Milani blush. This is my favorite blush from the drugstore. In fact, this is probably my top, it's probably my top 3 or 4 favorite brush of all time. This one is also from Milani, and it's Luminoso or Luminiso, who the hell knows, but it's so pretty. Oh my god, it's so pretty. I just freaking love this shade. I just do. It's so pretty. I like to pop it right on the center of my cheek, like right where you're not, right where they say not to. I know, I'm such a badass, but I mean like right there. I love it. Oh, it just kind of pops my cheeks. I love it. I know. You're not supposed to do it on the apples of your cheeks, but I don't care. I like to break rules. What can I say? I have the Luminoso, and then I also have the shade Berry Amore. So for those of you that just don't like that like bright, like peachy shade, everything is gonna reflect. Let me turn off the ring light. There you go. Now you can see a better color, right? Okay, so this one right here is the Berry Amore. This one is number 3, okay? This one is the number 5, and it's the Luminoso. So I just want you guys to see what these colors actually look like without the ring light blinding them. Beautiful, beautiful colors though. Ignore the nails. I'm way past my fill appointment, as you guys can already tell. Let me show you what the bronzer looks like when I have the light off. So this is what the bronzer looks like. Really, really pretty bronzer. See all the like the movement going on? Okay. If you don't want all of that shine through it, they also have solid colors, which I love. This is a beautiful blush palette. Now, for those of you out there that love blush, you cannot go wrong with this blush palette from Milani. Okay, now this is something that Tati talked me into buying, and I am so grateful that she did. This is from Honest Beauty. This is called the Coral Peach. It is a cream cheek blush. I love these. Absolutely love these. Okay, we might have to turn it off again. Hold on. There we go. Look at that color, you guys. You're looking at it and you're like, oh no, that's way too dark. But actually, you guys, it's not. It's such a perfect shade. A natural haired brush only picks up a little tiny bit of it. So it's not like it's gonna go on your face that dark. It just looks so beautiful on the skin. I actually like this from Honest Beauty more than the Cloud Paints from Glossier. I feel like this is easier to apply, number 1. And number 2, I feel like the pigment is better. But I really, really do really like these cream blushes from Honest Beauty. So I didn't want to have a ton of Colourpop in this video. You guys know Colourpop is a fabulous brand. And I didn't want to have this entire video have nothing but Colourpop, because I know how that is. This is more of a drugstore video, not necessarily an affordable, okay? So I wanted to keep that in mind when I was, you know, going through some of these. Sometimes Ulta doesn't carry everything from Colourpop, so I didn't want this entire video to be about Colourpop, okay? So these are called the Colourpop stick lights. These are fabulous. Now this one is kind of supposed to be a blush. I don't particularly like the blush formula, and let me tell you why. I think it's beautiful, but I don't like it when I go over top of it with powder. I like to do my contour, bronzer, blush, and then powder, right? Just to kind of buff everything together. But with this formula, I have found that when I go over top of it with powder, it kind of makes it look muddy in a sense, and it's almost like the powder sticks to it and then it kind of disrupts it and it doesn't look very smooth, versus this cream product from Honest Beauty, powder goes right over it and it looks absolutely phenomenal, even better. But the actual highlighters are beautiful, and in the video I used the shade Bullseye. It is a beautiful like golden color. I love this color, and for, you know, anybody that's my skin tone, so pretty. Starbright is a little bit lighter, And this one's a little bit too light for me to wear as a highlighter, but let me turn off the ring light. So this is Bullseye and this is Star Bright. You can tell that Bullseye is definitely a little more golden, a little more champagne, looks a little bit better on my skin, but watch how this blends out, you guys. Look how beautiful it is. I mean, these blend out so perfect. You could not ask for a better blend. You guys know that I have been talking about how much I really love my new YSL highlighter. I would say that these blend out like the YSL highlighter. The only difference is this formula has glitter in it and the YSL doesn't. So I do like those. Those are pretty. I also want to mention this from e.l.f. Okay, I have a few of these. So I wanted to open up a new one. I bought like 6 of them last summer, and so I have a bunch of them, and I have a bunch of them all over my house. I have a few in my bathroom. I have a few down here. I have a few in boxes. I love these. So this is from e.l.f. These are called the Power Glow highlighters. What I like to do is I like to mix this with my lotion in the summer. So instead of buying those stupidly, ridiculously expensive like bronzing products from like Marc Jacobs or Fenty or whatever, I like to take a drop of this in with my lotion. So I will put like lotion in the palm of my hand, and I will take a drop of this. Okay, and the squirt's really small, and I will dip it down in there, and then I'll like rub it through my hands. This is fantastic, you guys. It is such a perfect product. Now, I don't like it alone, okay, because you can tell that it's kind of a mess, but it's perfect if you mix it with your daily lotion. Let's talk about this. This is from this is from Maybelline. This is the Master Chrome. We all heard about these, the rave about these. These are beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful highlighters. I mean, come on. This one's molten gold. Get the hell out of here with that. I mean, can you see how pretty that is? Such a beautiful, beautiful highlighter, and goes on beautifully on the skin. It looks so pretty on my skin. I love it. Love these. Also, this jelly highlighter from e.l.f. So this is in the shade Bubbly. Ooh. Now, these are extremely pigmented. When I tell you these are extremely pigmented, I mean it. These are knock your socks off. Look at that. I dumped my finger in there. Watch. Look at that. Okay, as I like to dip my ring finger down in there, grab a tiny bit, rub some off on the back of my hand, and then go in. Then I have a clean finger right behind it to go in and blend it in, and then another clean finger to go in and blend it in. That's the trick with this stuff. If you're not careful, you will apply too much, and then it dries and you're stuck with it. So that's why I say apply a tiny bit, and then have a clean finger right behind it to go over it to just really start to blend it. Beautiful, but it dries kind of fast. So you do want to get in there and blend it quick. So have 2 clean fingers going on right behind it and you'll be good. Really nice highlighters though, be honest, they're pretty. Okay, so let's move on to eyeshadow palettes. Again, I repeat myself, I didn't include anything from Colourpop in this collection. You guys know I love a lot of Colourpop palettes. But in this, I wanted to make sure that you could just go to your local drugstore, go to your local Target, Walmart, wherever, and grab this stuff. This one is at Sally's, I know, but this has such good pigment, you guys. Collab is fantastic. I actually really like Collab. I think Collab is a really good brand, and I don't hear a lot of people talk about it. I've heard Tati talk about it a few times, but she's the only one that I've really heard talk about it. Collab's a really good brand. You get it at Sally's, but these are like really, really, really good mattes. I mean, these are, you're talking, they give you pigment. They are not playing. And they blend really good, and they're very soft mattes, which is what I love about them. I love the soft texture that they have. But Collab Beauty is a fantastic brand. They really are. The eyeshadow palette I'm wearing today is from Collab Beauty. So this one is called the Shimmer and Shade eyeshadow palettes. They have several different shades. I have 2 of them. So the one I used in today's video is called Warm Natural, and this one is more of like the purpley tones, which I really actually like the pigment. The only thing that I would say is this is a palette that you absolutely have to tap your brush off with. So if you're gonna go into one of these shades, do not go directly in with that because you're gonna get a lot of pigment. Tap off and go in. That's my suggestion. The brush is actually bomb. The brush that actually comes in these palettes, really, really good brushes. The other palette that I have, I love this palette. This palette is absolutely beautiful. This one's called Golden Naturals. I mean, look, okay, bring light off again. Hold on. Look how beautiful these are. I mean, these are just really beautiful golden type of tones. Warm Naturals. Oh my gosh, look how pretty those tones are. I mean, they're just such beautiful shades. Like you have a really pretty shimmery shade right here. I mean, oh, it's so pretty. Look at that. Let me show you. Oh, look at that. It's so pretty. I mean, really good pigment, just a beautiful shade. These are good palettes. Like nobody talks about the Flower Beauty palettes, but these are good palettes. So I think these are really good drugstore palettes, and you get a lot of shades, a hell of a lot of shades. Now, I also forgot to mention the highlighter palette from Flower Beauty. This one is actually a really good highlighter palette. This is a shimmer and strobe highlighter palette, but you have, you know, 3 different shades in here that are just really, really good shades. And they're actually a softer texture of a highlighter. The other highlighters that I talked about, they're kind of blinding. These are a little bit more softer on the skin, and they do blend out really beautifully, but they don't have any glitter in them. So, you know, if you're on the hunt for a good, like, highlighter that's a little bit of something, but it's not overwhelming and doesn't have a lot of glitter, this is really beautiful. Of course, we're going to talk about Milani. And let me say this. I have a love-hate relationship with Milani. And when I first started using Milani, I was using my Morphe and, like, Sigma brushes. And I had the worst experience. I kept thinking, why does everybody like these palettes? These palettes suck really bad. Like, I could not get any of the Milani palettes to work for me. And the only palettes that I could get to work with those brushes were these ones. Like, I couldn't get the big ones, you know, that has like, I don't know, like 12 shades or whatever. But these smaller ones I could get to work good for me, but like the big ones, no way. Now that I've made that transition to more natural haired brushes, I've actually gained that respect and love for Milani eyeshadows that I didn't have in the past. But these are, I mean, let's just be honest, Milani is just a beautiful brand. It really is. The thing that I like about Milani is their packaging is beautiful. It looks luxurious for being, you know, the drugstore, but you're not paying that extra heavy price. I appreciate that about Milani. I do appreciate that. Here's my thing about mascaras. I don't really have a mascara that I can tell you that I like. And if you guys have a favorite, like, oh my gosh, the best mascara from the drugstore, let us know in the comments down below, because I've yet to find one that I absolutely love from the drugstore. I just haven't. So I'm gonna skip those, but I want to talk about lips and then we'll be done. So the few products that I have for my lips. So you guys know I like to use the Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude to kind of outline my lips. The reason I like to do that is because it is like I'm making my lips look a little bit bigger. It's like a contouring process, okay? I have this shade from Rimmel. What in the hell am I talking about? Rimmel. I have this shade from Rimmel. Oh my God. It is called the Lasting Finish Lip Liner. I have it in the shade 049 Natural. And I love to use this to contour my lips with, because it's almost the exact same shade as my natural lips. And that's what you want to contour your lips with, is something that is almost your exact same shade, because then you're making your lips look a little bit bigger. And then I love to take this is my holy grail, that's like $5.99. Then this is the one from Rimmel, and I will go around and actually outline my lip. Okay, so I use this to go on the outer portion, just right above my line. Then I take this and actually go on my line. I love this. This one is in the shade 955 Spice. And I'll go over it with a lipstick. So today I grabbed this, which I absolutely love, and let's just hope that it's still in stock. This is also from Rimmel. It is called My Nude. 55 My Nude. Doesn't look like you can order this anywhere, and that really sucks, because this is a beautiful pink. Damn it. I love this color. This is one of my favorite colors. I love this color. That really sucks, Rimmel. A beautiful color. Look how beautiful this color is. All right, shut off the ring light. It's not showing how pretty it is. See this color? It's so perfect. I love it. And it just gives my lips such a natural nude. It's like the best nude combination for me. And it lasts a pretty long time. We'll piss on you, Rimmel. Next. Okay, so these are from L'Oreal. You guys have heard me talk about these 100 times. Love, love, love these. These are more of a stain, so be very careful. Only put the red on unless you really want to wear red, because it's going to be there all day long. But my favorite shade is the 416 Create. It's such a beautiful shade. But they have so many new shades, and I keep telling myself I need to order more shades, and I just haven't yet. This one is Create, and I love it. It's such a perfect nude. Oh, it's so good. But it's more of a stain. If you want this to last you all day, this color, I would put it on twice. I would put 2 coats of it, you know, letting it dry in between, because it is a very liquid stain type. So put 1 coat on, let it dry, put another coat on, let that dry. This one's really pretty too. This one's more of a purple one. This one is 414. But again, same kind of concept. Put it on, let it dry. And then put it back on again, like, and it'll last you all day, and you could just put a gloss over top to kind of revive it. But the red, it'll actually stain my hand where I'm going to apply it. So I just put some water down to hopefully not let it stain my hand. So this one is in the shade 426, Worth It. I am worth it. I am worth it. Yeah, I am worth it. So it's a perfect red. The thing that I like about this is something that is good for if you wear a lot of red lipsticks. This is what I recommend, using this as a base underneath your favorite red lipstick. This is really affordable. You can get them all over, but you could put this on as a base, let it dry, and then take your favorite red, whatever lipstick you wear, put it on over top, and it will last you so much longer than your regular red does. And this doesn't transfer all over my mouth, which I love. So fabulous, fabulous red, and there you go. So that's it, peeps. We are done. I can't believe it. Hallelujah. My back hurts, and I think my ankles are swelling because I've been sitting here a long time. It sucks getting old, bottom line. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me in today's video. Thank you again, Glam Girl Chelsea, for collaborating with me on this video. Definitely go check out her video. I'm excited to see what her drugstore favorites are, because, I mean, come on. We all love to know what is so affordable out there that is really good, right? So I hope that these choices were helpful for you. I love you all so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Stay safe, and I love you guys so much. Bye.